Hello, this is Group 10 with members Truman Kiani, Vijay Muva, and Mike Hughes. This is our presentation of the productivity analysis of the $40 million Vela Tempe Town Lake apartment development project. The Vela apartment development is located on North College Ave here in Tempe, north side of Tempe Town Lake. Owners are Scott's Landing with investor Transwestern. General contractor is MT Builders. The site area is about 4.5 acres with about 2.5 acres of building footprint. Construction is a 5-story residential, type 5A and type 3. Trades present: carpenters, electricians, plumbers, roofers, masons, and equipment operators. Activity analysis. The data collection was done over 5 different days between October 2nd and October 23rd. We accumulated 977 snap rule data points during that time. The crew balance and activity improvement. We did observations of a roofing crew laying underlayment and bitumen type rolled roofing onto flat surfaces. Safety observations. We observed fall arrest systems were not utilized while installing and uninstalling guardrails. Okay, so as you see in the pie chart, the overall activity proportions as they came out from our data analysis. So it was broken into 7 different work categories. Direct work accounted for 28% of the total activities, which can be considered 100% productive. Direct work was selected as the category if the activity was considered moving material closer to the final resting place or into the final resting place as part of the building. The other activities may not be considered 100% productive, but there may be some value or necessity in those activities. Personal activities at 8% are considered the most non-productive or wasteful. Okay, and this slide is our attempt to do a little different analysis on the data that we gathered. We applied a scalar against each work category to provide a weighted analysis across the 7 different work categories. Now, the empirical derivation of the scalar can be considered subjective and open for evaluation. Now, applying the productivity factors potentially give a hypothetical target of productivity. However, an agreement how much each work activity contributes to overall production may be necessary. Okay, this is the activity improvement or crew balance. Data collection involved a series of 5 observations with 11 and 10-minute periods, and we did those observations between the hours of 7A and 7:55A. The initial period of effectiveness was 61%, with subsequent effectiveness readings yielding a downward trend, with the last period yielding 35% effectiveness. Okay, this slide has the flow charts, and figure A shows how the torchman moved continuously from flat areas and parapet areas, the green and yellow arrows, and how figure B shows how production would increase if the cutoff extra area is relocated nearest to the parapets where needed and to reduce walking. The crew balance shows significant time waiting and indicates there is little need for a 4th roofer. Okay, our last slide is the safety analysis. A couple of points for safety adherence. There was a trench box being utilized while doing below grade activities, and workers wore standard PPE without exception. Safety improvement, utilization of fall arrest systems when working within 6 feet of a building edge without guardrails, which does include the activity of actually installing and uninstalling the guardrails. Management reluctance to enforce fall arrest systems shows room for improvement.